Right, welcome back, guys. Nervous Vet. Um, Last video I made was on Monday. Today is Wednesday, May 13th. We've got 3 games to talk about because I'm only doing videos about every other day now just because we only have about 1 or 2 games on every evening. So, first game we'll talk about is Avalanche Wild Game 4. So, headed into that game on Monday, Colorado had got out to a 2-0 lead. Minnesota had clawed back. When the series went to Minnesota, game 3, Minnesota was able to get that win. So they kind of put themselves into a situation where if they could win game 4, they'd be right back in the series. Everything would be tied. But, man, I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. It was just a big game at Keep Away. Avalanche. Man, Wild got some goals, and it wasn't looking bad. But every single, highlight that I watched on this 10-12 minute video was nothing but just Colorado chances. It's crazy that they're not scoring 8-10 goals a game because it's crazy how many chances they are getting against Minnesota, who's a really good team. But yeah, the final score in that one, guys, was 5-2. Colorado's now up 3-1 in that series. Game 5 is going to be tonight, so Colorado has the opportunity to close it out on home ice. Minnesota's last game was a must-win. This is a must-win. They're done if they don't win this. So it'll be interesting to see, when their backs are against the wall, can they do it? Because, they've been scoring. They just haven't been doing enough. One of the goals, though, it was an amazing pass from Quinn Hughes. Man, if you guys this is a few days ago now. If you haven't already seen it, I would go look up the Quinn Hughes pass on that goal. Yeah, Sturm's goal. Sturm's goal in the third period. It was a dime. Man, that thing was awesome. But yeah, 5-2. Yurov got the scoring started in the first period. Then Kadri would score in the second period. So tied up after 2, and then it was just an onslaught. Colton got a goal. Sturm got that goal that I was telling you about that Hughes assisted on. Then Kelly broke the tie a few minutes later, 3-2 Avalanche, and then a couple empty netters, McKinnon and Brock Nelson. So 5-2. Game was a lot closer than the final score would indicate. In fact, Minnesota goalie Wallstead was the second star of the game, so it's pretty cool. 29 saves, but man, wasn't enough, brother. Wasn't enough. So we'll see. Avalanche have this crazy team. It seems like they just kept adding pieces. Obviously, they had Rantanen last year, and that trade went down with Carolina, and now Rantanen plays for Dallas. But they ended up getting Natchez out of that trade. They got Kadri at the deadline. They already had, arguably one of the best defensive players in the entire NHL, just defensemen in general, and Makar, McKinnon, Brock Nelson, Landeskog, you name it, man. That team is stacked. So Colorado, I was saying, man, that they might not win the cup. We haven't had a President's Trophy winner win the cup in, I think, since 2014. I think I looked it up. So they're playing like world beaters. Same thing with Carolina. So we'll see what happens. But moving on to yesterday's games, on Tuesday, Sabres played. For those of you who have followed, I'm a pretty big Sabres fan. We've watched basically every game this year, every game in the playoffs. They got out to a good game 1 victory, and then they just looked dismal in games 2 and 3. So they were down 2-1 heading into yesterday's game 4. It was basically a must-win, either tie the series up or fall down 3-1, just like Minnesota did, basically. And I was out watching the game, and man, it was a tough watch. We took so many really bad penalties. We got a great goal off the jump. Doan's been playing fantastic. I don't know if I think he got the second assist, but that goal doesn't happen without him. Opened to scoring, and then Montreal just lived the next 2 periods on the power play. They're diving. I'm going to come right out and say it, Montreal, they're diving all over the place. You barely touch their skate. They're on the ground. They're on the ice, tripping. couple just dumb mistakes on our part. Um, Tage with a cross check in the back, super light cross check. It was dumb, but I mean, what can you do, man? They ended up scoring their second goal on that power play to end the first period. But yeah, it was Canadians 2, Sabres 1 after 1. Newhook scored again. Caulfield scored a power play. And then second period comes around, and for the second game in a row, Tage Thompson gets like a lucky bounce goal. So in game 3, like the opening minute of the game, somebody launched like a shot from the blue line. It goes like off the boards behind the net, but it was a perfect bank shot to like go on the other side of the net. Goalie had no idea where the puck was, and Tage just happened to be right there, just put it in an empty net. This game, we're on a 4-minute power play for high sticking to Dahlin, and Tage just brings the puck up to the red line to dump it in, and it goes like around the board and bounces off the corner and bounces off the freaking goalie, and it's fucking in the net. It's crazy. It was the craziest thing ever. It was one of the nuttiest plays I've ever seen. But yeah, we tied it up. It was 2-2 headed into the third, and then we play all the way until Zach Benson gets us the power play goal that is the game winner. So 3-2 Buffalo. We're back in the series. It's 2-2 now. Series goes back to Buffalo. This is a tough series, guys. We have to win Game 5. Game 5 is like a must win, another must win. But I mean, here we are. We're tied up 2-2. Our backs were against the wall last game. We're going to be on home ice. Let's knock it. Let's get it done. So, third game, and I did not see the ending to this game, but the Golden Knights got a 3-2 victory over the Anaheim Ducks in overtime. Vegas is now up 3-2 in that series. So, yeah. Sick and tired of the Vegas Golden Knights, but what can you do, man? They're playing their best hockey at the right time of the year, so... Seneca got the scoring started. Then Dorofiev got his sixth goal of the postseason. No goals in the second period, so 1-1 heading into the third. And then Hurdle scored again, 1-2. And then Zellweger scored, sent it to overtime. And then Dorofiev got the overtime winner. So standings are as follows. Colorado's up 3-1 on Minnesota. Games tonight. Vegas is up 3-2 on Anaheim. Carolina, of course, swept Philadelphia. And Buffalo and Montreal are tied at 2 apiece. So I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be in Colorado visiting one of my friends before school starts here in a couple weeks. So I won't see you guys for 5 or 6 days. But hope you all have a great rest of your week. And remember, watch hockey. It's good for you.